Hey, what's up everyone?
I'm so glad you're here today.
You might be watching this because you're dealing with something that most people don't talk about enough. Swollen legs. Yeah, you heard me right, swollen legs.
Whether it's your ankles, feet, or calves that have started to puff up, it's frustrating. It's uncomfortable, and it can affect everything you do. It can make you feel sluggish, tired, and just plain off.
But here's the thing, swollen legs don't have to be a permanent part of your life.
I've been there, and I know what it feels like.
So today, I am going to break down why it happens, what's really going on with your body, and how you can fix it, quickly and without any harsh medications.
But before I dive in, I want to tell you a bit about my own journey.
There was a time not too long ago when I was struggling with swollen legs.
It wasn't just my ankles or feet, it was all the way up to my calves. It was something that really impacted my life, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was starting to feel like I was just getting older, that maybe it was something I had to accept. But that's when I learned something crazy that changed everything for me. Something that I had no idea was connected to my swollen legs.
You know, a lot of times when we talk about swelling, people immediately think about heart disease, kidney issues, or liver problems.
And sure, those things can cause swollen legs, but that's not always the case.
There's a much more common, yet overlooked, reason for swollen legs, and it all has to do with something inside our body that we probably don't even think about on a daily basis ourselves. I'm talking about tiny little pumps inside your cells. These are like little engines that help manage the flow of fluid in and out of your cells.
When these pumps aren't working right, you end up with swollen legs.
And no, I'm not talking about something abstract or complicated. This is something you can fix with just a few changes in your routine. But let me explain. So, these pumps I'm talking about,
they're called sodium-potassium pumps.
Yeah, I know, that sounds like something out of a science textbook. But stay with me.
These pumps are responsible for regulating fluid in and out of your cells. And if they go on the fritz, that's when you get swelling, especially in places like your ankles, feet, and calves. You know, swollen legs.
The crazy part is, these pumps actually use up about 30-40 of the energy your cells get, which shows you just how important they are. Now, imagine you're running your home and your basement pump stops working. That's a problem, right?
If the pump stops, your basement fills up with water. It's the same in your body when these pumps aren't doing their job. Fluid starts to pool outside your cells.
This is what's happening when you get swollen legs. But wait, what causes this pump to stop working in the first place? Here's the kicker. It's your diet.
Specifically, it's your sugar intake. When you eat too much sugar, something really bad happens, something called glycation.
Basically, sugar in your blood starts to attach to proteins in your blood. And this creates a chain reaction that messes up your circulation. And when your circulation is messed up, your blood isn't flowing right. The blood isn't able to carry oxygen and nutrients to your cells. And that's what leads to swollen legs.
I know it sounds a little complicated, but just think about it like this. When you eat sugar, you're causing a bunch of protein in your blood to become sticky and hard. So now that protein can't do its job anymore, and your blood flow becomes restricted. And where does all that fluid go? It starts to pool in your lower extremities, after your swollen legs. But that's not all.
Eating too much sugar doesn't just mess with your circulation, it also causes your body to retain sodium. And when your body holds onto sodium, guess what else it holds onto? Water. Yeah, this is a classic scenario. Wherever sodium goes, water follows.
That's why so many people dealing with swollen legs also have high sodium levels in their bodies.
Now, here's where things get a little more serious. Not only is sugar messing with your circulation, but it also starts to lock up essential minerals that you need. Minerals like potassium and magnesium, those are crucial for keeping your fluid balance in check. And when your potassium levels drop, that's when the real trouble starts. You see, potassium helps to maintain the balance of fluids in your cells, and without it, your body can't keep the fluid where it's supposed to be.
That's why your swollen legs get worse.
But don't freak out yet, there's a way to fix this, and it's actually pretty simple.
The first thing you need to do is address those minerals.
You need to get enough potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1. Let's start with potassium. Most of us don't get enough potassium from our diets, and that's a big problem because potassium helps control fluid balance.
The average person needs about 4,700 milligrams of potassium each day.
So how do we get that?
Well, one banana has about 300 milligrams of potassium.
You would need to eat about 15 bananas to hit that goal, which sounds crazy, right? But it's not about just bananas.
You can get a lot of potassium from other fruits and vegetables, like avocados, leafy greens, and berries.
Next, let's talk about magnesium.
Magnesium is another mineral that plays a huge role in fluid balance, and it also helps give your body the energy it needs to function.
Without enough magnesium, you're going to feel tired, sluggish, and you might even experience cramps.
And no one wants to deal with cramps, especially when dealing with swollen legs.
You can find magnesium in foods like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and leafy greens.
But here's the thing, all of these things work together.
Potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1, they all play a role in keeping your body running smoothly.
But if you're eating a lot of sugar, these minerals are going to be blocked up and your pumps won't work the way they're supposed to.
And that's when the swollen legs come back.
Vitamin B1 is another big piece of the puzzle.
When you're eating too many refined carbs and sugars, your body starts to get low on B1, which is also called thiamine. This vitamin is critical for breaking down carbs and turning them into energy. Without it, your body can't process sugar properly, and that's when the glycation happens.
So, you need to get more B1 in your diet to protect your circulation and keep those swollen legs from coming back.
But how do you do that?
Well, vitamin B1 can be found in foods like whole grains, pork, and beans. Adding these to your diet can help restore your B1 levels and improve your circulation. But if you're really struggling to get these vitamins and minerals through food alone, you might want to consider a high-quality electrolyte powder.
Just make sure it doesn't have any hidden sugars, because that would defeat the purpose. Now, I know all of this sounds like a lot, but the key takeaway here is this. You need to reduce your sugar intake and focus on getting more potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1.
This will help your sodium-potassium pumps start working properly again, and you'll see a reduction in swollen legs. But what about those people who are saying, okay, I get it, but what if I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic? Why do I still have swollen legs?
That's a great question.
The truth is, even if you're not officially diabetic, you could still be heading in that direction, especially if you're eating too much sugar.
When you consume refined carbs and sugars, you're slowly damaging your circulation and putting yourself at risk for all sorts of health issues down the road.
So, even if you're not dealing with diabetes right now, it's still a good idea to start making these changes to protect your body from future issues like swollen legs.
At the end of the day, it's all about making healthier choices. It's about choosing whole foods over processed, sugary snacks. It's about paying attention to your body and noticing when things start to feel off.
Swollen legs might seem like just an inconvenience, but they're actually a sign that something deeper is going on in your body.
So, don't ignore it.
Take action now, and start making those small changes that will lead to big results. And if you're still not sure where to start, try cutting out refined sugars and adding more potassium-rich foods to your diet.
Drink plenty of water, stay active, and get enough rest.
You'd be amazed at how quickly things can start to improve.
Your body is designed to heal itself, but you have to give it the right tools. So, to wrap things up, I want to remind you, swollen legs are often a result of poor circulation and mineral imbalances caused by too much sugar. By cutting out the sugar and focusing on the right minerals like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1, you can start to heal your body and reduce that swelling. Take care of your pumps, and they'll take care of you. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves, guys. You got this.